Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Chasing Inspiration with B-Day Walters. Now, if you know me from the gaming space, you may not know that I actually did a talk radio show for about 7 years. I wrote about 500 articles on BeliefNet on the topics of inspiration, motivation, and things like that. And so now, here in the darkest timeline, I felt like it made sense to come back and start producing a little bit of this content again. So I just wanted to talk with you a little bit about just kind of ways that you can, stay sane here in the darkest timeline. And one of the things that I've been talking a lot with people about lately is I realized, even though this is a massively difficult time for some people, catastrophically difficult for some people, in many ways there are some advantages of what we're experiencing right now. And mark my words, for many of us, when the world goes back to what it was and we get back to the hustle and bustle of going into the office and run and go and all that, we will miss the simplicity of this time. Count on it. Right? It is frightening, it is stressful, but we have a lot of extra time on our hands, and we don't have a lot of the extraneous busy work that used to pull us in all different directions at this exact moment. So one of the things that I've been telling people is, try to make the most of this time. Try to find a way that, now that we're in it, most of us have been in it for about a month and a half now. Right before I started recording this, I saw Illinois just extended their stay at home for about another 30 days. I myself think most of us are not going to be out of the woods until August. Even as of now, you got some states like Georgia and Florida and South Carolina are trying to open up this weekend, but a lot of people are going to get sick and they're going to shut right back down again. That is what I foresee happening. I would love to be pleasantly surprised and be wrong about this and have it just be like not a thing at all, and by June none of us are even talking about it anymore. But I don't think that's how it's going to go. But a response that I've gotten when I'm talking about trying to make the most of this time is sometimes people it makes them feel guilty for their inactivity. Now, full disclosure, in the past, the old me, back in the before times, was not at all sensitive when people would say things like, it makes me feel guilty for doing nothing. I'm like, maybe you should feel guilty for doing nothing. But here in this current time, now what we are faced with is literally a catastrophe that none of us have ever faced before. No one alive has been through this. The last time this happened was the Spanish flu in the 1920s and the early 1930s. So no one knows what's an appropriate reaction, so your feelings are innately valid. If you are finding it difficult to go through the motions, if you're finding it difficult to get off the couch, if you're finding it difficult to engage in things you love, that's fine. That's normal. You're fine. You're normal. How you feel is innately valid. What I'm saying, though, is if you can find a way to do just a little something to move in the direction of something that you love and something that you want, not what I'm telling you to do, something that you care about, it will actually help with this. This is a fantastic time to start going through those YouTube tutorials that you always meant to do, those makeup tutorials you always wanted to do, or learning how to program or write that book or paint that painting or work out, start getting in better shape, literally anything. Because all stress aside, time-wise, it will never be easier to do the thing you wanted to do than it is right now. It will never be any easier. Once life restarts and everybody is inviting you out to dinner and movies and shows and you got to work late and stuck in traffic, a lot of the extra time that you have access to right now will be gone. So, again, not to make light of the fact that this is definitely existentially terrifying in many ways and stressful, there is still opportunity here, and chaos is a ladder. If you have been following me at all, you've seen my output of content has gone up by like 400 or 500%. And I've done that for two reasons. There is an altruistic reason and honestly a very practical reason. The altruistic reason is yes, people are stuck at home and they are frustrated and bored and feeling lonely. And if something I can create is going to help a person feel a little more connected to another human being or to the human race, or one of our streams or one of our stories can help somebody feel like they're going on an adventure and can kind of leave their troubles behind. I've made a very conscious effort that I do not address the COVID pandemic in any of the games at all, even the games that are set in the modern era. Like, that's just not a thing that is happening right now. So if I can give somebody an escape, that's good, and we can help people. But the practical reason is, by the same token, there's also a lot of people that are looking for new stuff and looking for new content and have watched all their favorite shows and rewatched their favorite shows and read all their favorite books and are looking for something new. And the more things that I can put out into the world, the more likely I am to find somebody that likes what I do and becomes a new fan. And quite frankly, it's working. So I say the same thing for you. Whatever it is, now is the time to start advancing yourself. And even if it's something that's like super hands-on, like you wanted to become a plumber or an electrician or something, that you got to go somewhere and like physically work with somebody. I get it, you can't do that right now. But again, you could still be watching tutorial videos, you could still be reading books, you could still be talking to people, sending emails, joining message groups, interacting with people about it. So this is what I would invite you to do. Again, were these saner times, I would say I challenge you to do it, but right now I don't challenge you to do it. I challenge you to just do whatever you got to do to survive and stay sane, and I reiterate, however you are making it through these days is innately valid, and your feelings are innately valid. I would just invite you to find an hour out of the day, just one. There's only one thing that the entire human race is equal in. We're not all equal in size, strength, speed, skill, intelligence, money, nothing. There is one thing that we are all equal in, and that is time. We've all got 168 hours in a week. And right now, at this exact second, we all got a few more extraneous hours, right? Just find one to do something that is going to advance you towards something that you care about. Right? I've very much been going on about fitness lately simply because, again, taking the time to work out and get moving is just going to make you feel better. This isn't about being carved up or anything. Believe me, I am not carved up right now, but it is about getting your blood flowing and just feeling active, which will innately make you feel more alive. What is it I heard recently from a therapist that I retweeted? It was movement, meditation, meaningfulness, and there was a fourth M that is going to come back to me in a minute. Movement, meditation, meaningfulness. I don't know. I tweeted it, and I'm going to think about it like at the end of this video, and I'm going to say it out of nowhere, or I'm just going to be like, bah, I forgot. But, Google those three things, and the fourth one will probably just pop up because it will just, I think it was making, actually. But I digress. Even if, again, 1 hour to work on something that means something to you. So write that book, paint that painting, do those YouTube tutorials, take that class, because it will make you feel better. Achievement always feels good. Knocking things off the to-do list, doing something that you didn't know you could do, unlocking that new achievement in life, not just in a game, literally feels good. And right now, quite frankly, a lot of us could use some wins. So, that's my challenge to you. And feel free to reply to this. Tell me the one thing that you want to do. If you don't know how to make it happen, I will help you myself. On Twitter, my DMs are open. Hit me up if there's anything I can do to help you keep moving forward. Again, to be clear, you are not wrong for feeling how you feel at all. There is just an opportunity here that even if you start taking the tiniest little steps, you will see that you will get big results over time, and it will never be any easier than this. But in the meantime, do whatever you got to do. Stay safe, stay sane, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Hit me up. I'll say what's up to you. You are great, and I love you. We'll see you soon. Okay, bye.